What's good, nation? Primos is back. Let's get it. Salute to the nation. Thank you guys for rocking with us. It is your guys, Exacting Raider and Natural Nate.
Yes,
we
sir.
are Raiders Primos. Nate, how we feeling this fine evening, bro?
Man, busy Monday, you know what I'm saying? Nice day of college football as the people are watching. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty good day as a Raiders fan, to be honest.
Yeah, we got some news coming
Every
out, but
offseason goes.
let's talk about the disappointment though that was this season, which was a 6-11 season from Josh McDaniels and the Raiders after all the expectations of getting a powerhouse at wide receiver in Devontae Adams and getting a premier pass rusher in Chandler Jones to pair him up with Max Crosby. You think you got your key pieces on both sides of the ball, and no, the Raiders went out and shit the bed after making the playoffs the previous season. Really, Nate, give me your thoughts of this entire season from week 1 till Saturday. Like, what was your emotions going through this season?
Well, we can definitely say it can and could have been different if we just didn't pick our path the way that we did. But it was surely a disappointment with the way that we went. And we know that we could do better. That is our first step with our first year head coach. And we usually do better the season after. So it is a disappointment. One of our biggest disappointments in a while since 4-12. And yeah, we're looking forward bright as heck right now. Low
I
key.
mean, with the way the season went on week 1, you're going against the Chargers. You beat these guys last season. Of course, the Chargers were coming in motivated. When me and you were previewing the schedule, we said this is likely going to be an L because of the Chargers coming in and all that motivation from last year, us kicking them out of playoffs. We predicted that we were going to go 0-1, so we were right about that, and we kept it close. So we're like, okay, well, we know this. The AFC West is going to be very contending in every division game. We did not expect to blow a 20-0 lead against the Cardinals. We didn't expect to not be able to do anything against the Tennessee Titans. We didn't expect to, really the Chiefs game, I didn't expect us to lose the way we did. I would say that.
Mm.
And because we had a chance to win still, and then the way we lost that game, going into the bye at 1-4, none of us predicted the Raiders to go 1-4 going into
Yeah.
and then you were thinking, okay, coming out of the bye, they maybe can have get some wins coming on because they coming out of the
Hmm.
bye
The middle of the
against the
season
Texans,
was the
against the Saints, against the
easy.
Jaguars, against the Colts. Yeah, it was supposed to be the easiest part of the schedule. We go out, we blow out the Texans, and then we can just shit the bed after that. We lose again. We get shut out. We don't even lose. We get shut out by the Saints. We don't even cross the 50 until we put Jarrett Stidham in, which was like 3 minutes left in the game. And then you go blow another lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then you couldn't do nothing against a Jeff Saturday interim head coach Indianapolis Colts team.
Yeah,
And then
bro.
you want to gain the Raiders' trust again. Like Raiders fans, you want to have us jump right back into having hope. You go out, beat the Broncos, and then you go out and you beat the Patriots, and then you beat when they went on that freaking 3-game win streak. I forgot because I don't even. Oh, they beat the Chargers and they beat Seattle. They beat 2 playoff contenders, and we're like, whoa, the Raiders can actually, they're 5-7, and then you have an easy schedule after winning 3 games straight. You're going on the road against a depleted Rams team.
Bro,
Not even just
that was
defense.
probably the
Rams
most
team
disappointing one.
on Thursday Night Football, and you're going against a quarterback who's been on the team for 2 days. Not only does our offense get outshined by that quarterback, our defense couldn't stop this quarterback on a 98-yard drive. And then they come back home, play the Patriots. Chandler Jones, of course, wins on probably the wildest play that's going to be for years to come. Salute, Domenis. Shout out to you. For years to come. And then we're like, okay, we still have a chance. There's still a chance. We're 6-8. It's a low chance, but we still have a chance to squeeze in the playoffs somehow. And the reason we're thinking this is because the Raiders want to get us fans back into the hope of things. That 3-game win streak, y'all want to give us some false hope. Because then you go face a depleted Steelers team. I don't know what it is about the Raiders this season playing against depleted teams. They just could not get the job done. They go out, and the quarterback that should not be named, I'm not going to put in, I'm not saying his name anymore. He throws 3 interceptions. He has probably the best opening drive I've ever seen the Raiders run this entire season. Has an opening drive touchdown, and I'm like, oh, he probably could play in the cold. He's not going to have really a tough game today. He doesn't have to put up great points. You just got to put up decent enough of points because a lot of passing is not going to happen. Kenny Pickett on the other side, he's not going to really throw a lot of deep balls. They're probably going to be a lot of short, intermediate passes. And I feel like our defense will be able to make enough stops for us to win the game. The defense lost 13 points. We know what happened. We couldn't score more than 13 points. We scored 10 fucking points against a depleted Pittsburgh Steelers team. A team, by the way, that missed the playoffs. Now, don't get me wrong. We deserve to miss the playoffs. I'm not sugarcoating that. After that game, we deserve, playoffs should not have even been a conversation after that Steelers game. But Raider fans get hit with the bombshell. They get hit with the head coach that actually has a pair of nuts. He has balls to be like, yo, that quarterback ain't it. Mark Davis was finally fed up after 9 years and was like, yeah, we got to bench that quarterback. What's up, Raider Scorpio? We got to bench that quarterback.
Good.
And we got to start Stidham. So then comes the Stiddy show against the Niners. Now, me and you, Nate, we were very excited to see a different quarterback at the helm running this offense. Give me your thoughts of the last 2 games against the Niners and the Chiefs, and then I'll give mine.
Well, the last 2 games, nobody expected anything more, as in, if he did it, he did it. Nobody expected no Mahomes. Nobody expected no Brady. We went against the number 1 defense in the NFL and then the number 1 offense in the NFL back to back. So, those 2 tough games was going to be tough. And Stidham was given the plate for what time he has. He's, to be honest, should have had more time to do that such of things this season, but I feel like it was just a little too late. But 2 games, he did what he did. He did very well against the Niners. He did pretty good against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the Chiefs, and the Niners are those are the top 2. Those are top teams going into the playoffs right now, and scoring what he did was better than most people expected, and it's kind of cool to see something different. and stuff like that.
I agree
And
with you. He definitely extended plays, which is what I like. But I'll give my thoughts on this. After that Niner game, I will say that I was probably a little too hyped on Jarrett Stidham. I'm not gonna lie. I was probably a little too hyped on Jarrett Stidham. I was probably thinking, and also by the way, I'm also watching the national championship, and bro, Georgia just put on another touchdown, bro. TCU is looking like the Raiders out there. It's a sad show right now, bro. I don't know if the Raiders like gave TCU that our defense, but TCU's defense is getting like destroyed. They have given up 62 points in the national championship. Oh no, 58, I think. I think it's 58.
That's
Hold
like
on.
Madden.
I think it's 58, but yeah. So with the Niners game, Jarrett Stidham had 365 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. We still lost that game, but Jarrett Stidham showed us something that we haven't seen with the quarterback that shall not be named. He showed us plays being extended. He showed us improvisation, which is what I like. But he then came back down to earth. He then goes play, like you said, the number one offense. And I was hoping he could go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. But, Mahomes' stats weren't even great either. 18 for 26, 202 yards, 1 touchdown pass. He got sacked 2 times. It was really our running game that was being destroyed. The Kansas City Chiefs ran 28 times, 168 yards rushing, and 3 touchdowns. They weren't even passing the ball. They were running the ball. And then for Jarrett Stidham, he passed 22-36 for 219 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, got sacked 6 times, and had a quarterback rating of 31.4, pass rating of 76. Now, I'll be honest, Nate, I didn't watch the game against the Chiefs. I was at work. I couldn't, but I was going based off of what a lot of people were saying. People were saying our offensive line was trash. That Stidham was basically running for his life. 6 sacks. That kind of sums it up. Our offensive line. The thing is that narrative of our offensive line needing help, that's a fact. That's not really a narrative. That's a fact. It's always needed help. I even said that with when the quarterback that shall not be named was quarterbacking. He needed protection too. He needed help. That didn't change anything. But now that I see Stidham running the show, it's more obvious that doesn't really matter who you have back there. What matters is you need to keep your quarterback upright. Now I will say this. You know what? Fuck it. I'll say his name. If you do bring DC back, that offensive line needs to be built. If you do, because the thing is, I know a lot of people are acting like DC is not on the team anymore. I'm not acting like that until it's finalized. Like I see breaking news, Raiders have traded DC or Raiders have released DC. Like until I see that, he's still on the team. For me, I'm not gonna say that he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's a bench warmer right now.
He's definitely going somewhere, but I'm just not. I don't know what the Raiders' plans are. That's the thing. I don't know what their plans are. Are they gonna keep him? Are they gonna release? You don't keep someone after benching them. Like for me, especially not even having them in the building and at the games, you definitely don't bring somebody back. But I will say this: the offensive line definitely needed help. Now, here's the thing: was Derek Carr helping the offensive line sometimes? No, he wasn't, because he would hold on to the ball too long. He would, wait to throw the ball. He wouldn't scramble. He wouldn't improvise. He wouldn't use his legs. Stidham can do that, but the thing is, a lot of these defenses then are going to try not to make him escape. They're just going to clam the pocket on him. And I've seen some highlights of the game against the Chiefs, and it seemed that's what the Chiefs exactly did. They just collapsed the pocket around Stidham, really didn't give him any lanes to really extend, really use his legs. So really he just had to fall on it and eat a sack.
That D-line of the Chiefs was like, whew.
Oh, bro, Chris Jones. Chris Jones is a beast by far. Chris Jones is probably one of the top deep tackles in the league.
He should be defensive player of the week.
Hell, he could. Could we say year? Possibly.
No, not year, just the week.
But this leads in. But all this 6-11. Let's just say we can all agree, like that Raiders fan said. Shout out to that Raiders fan. This season was a total disappointment. We all had high expectations. Yes. To sum it up, is really that Raiders fans comment. We had high expectations, and the season was a total disappointment.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that
it
Raiders fan,
was
we'll
like
talk
that.
about that later.
It was like that throughout the whole season. Like a couple wins, and we were like, "Woo!" And then back down, we were like, "Ah, this is gonna be tough." And then we win, and then we're like, "Oh man."
It's like they always know when to like bring us back, huh? They always know when to bring us back.
Yeah.
But going into quarterback talks, this came out today by Albert Breer. Albert Breer was saying that a reunion between Brady and the Las Vegas Raiders could be inevitable. The NFL world is on fire right now. This is coming from the RaiderRamble.com, by the way. The NFL world is on fire right now following Breer's announcement. Essentially, Breer was stating that it is a fact that the Raiders are looking in to bring Tom Brady. An additional, Breer mentions that Jimmy
Oh,
G is
holy.
also in play for the Silver and Black. So, with
Oh
that
no,
being said, Nate,
that's Satan.
your boy Tom Brady, you said Brady's Brady. You are advocating to bring him in. I was only against him because our offensive line issue. And I feel like our offensive line issue was seen even more against the Chiefs. If you do not fix that offensive line, ain't no point bringing in Brady here if you can't keep him upright. You got to build that offensive line. But with that being said, what are your thoughts about it? I mean, that's my short thoughts on it. What's your thoughts about the
Me,
or not really the
I say
possibility, but knowing the Raiders are going to go out and get Tom or try to get Tom Brady?
I am all in Brady. Like, who doesn't want Brady? I mean,
The
obviously you're gonna
scrubs, as our boy Wasted and Graph will say.
like obviously you're gonna get Brady, fix up every piece that you see that has a hole, big hole, small hole, any hole. It will help Tom Brady. Brady will do Brady things. Shoot. We talk about the O line. You know what? You know what's in a worse O line than us? The Buccaneers.
You're
That's
not,
crazy. But
you're not wrong.
you know, the defense will gladly help. We need linebackers like badly. Um,
The
we
thing is, you bring
obviously,
in Brady, you bring Brady in. You know how many like possible free agents you can go get because they just want to follow Brady.
yeah, that's what I
Like
was gonna
that's
like.
that's a Brady cult.
People, people
We talking about
follow,
Colts, really, bro.
bro.
Brady got a cult.
People literally follow Brady. Like this man is literally Jesus Christ. Like, bruh,
Hey, by the way,
like
bro,
it's crazy.
Georgia hung 65 points on TCU's defense. Yeah, bro, Raiders, stay away from TCU's defense. Like, please.
Yeah, I mean they got that far, but nah. Well, I don't even know how the playoffs work in the college, but
Raider Scorpio says, should we give Stidham a chance to start next year? Sign him cheap, fix O-line and defense with the extra cash, but pay for players who want to be here and win. I would say you go see what you can get from Brady. What type
Mhm.
of deal you can work on with Tom Brady. You first go do that. And if
and
that
he,
doesn't work,
yeah,
then really Stidham's your next option. Because I know a lot of people are talking about, hey, let's go get Aaron Rodgers, bro. Aaron Rodgers is still under contract, you guys. He is still under contract. I think a lot of people forget that. He's not a free agent, and the Packers are not going to release him. Shout
like
out
and
to
this,
Spot Track for bringing up Aaron Rodgers' contract. His contract is a 3-year, 150 in 2023. He is projected to get at least $59 million.
and that's the difference between Brady and
9 million
Rodgers.
in dead cap. Oh no, sorry, no, that's yearly cash. His cap hit is going to be 31 mil, and then in 2024 is going to be 40 mil, and in 2025 59, and then 2026 53 mil. The Raiders cannot afford that. Now I know a lot of people's like, but that's Aaron Rodgers. Like go like that contract, yeah, it will hurt us, but it's Aaron Rodgers. But then they want to like, don't y'all want like for me? Do Raiders fans want this defense to be fixed or not? Like,
That's
if
that's
money
the
keeps,
defense.
yeah, like if money keeps going to the offense, then our defense is never going to get fixed. So
And that
no to Aaron Rodgers. Like, there's no chance in hell that if the Raiders do this, bro, we are a bunch of dumb fucks then. If
and
we
that's
do trade for Rodgers,
and that's the
if we
reason.
trade for, go ahead, Nate.
That's the difference between Rodgers and Brady. Brady will help your bank. Rodgers, shoot, he said, "I'm getting the bag or not." That's what Brady is.
Yeah.
Brady's actually has a history of helping. Like he's being a kind fellow in terms of money. Shoot, Rob
The
Gronkowski.
thing is, Brady.
Oh,
The thing is, Brady just wants to win. That's the thing. Now, Raider Scorpio says bring Brady, but they need to build a great O line because he don't scramble. He's a pocket quarterback. It won't work with the current O line, and it won't. But the Raiders made it known that they are going to fix that offensive line. They made it known that they're going to fix the defense. And with Brady knowing that, I think Brady will want to come to the Raiders. He knows Josh McDaniel's system. He's getting a number one receiver in Devontae Adams. So, like, he's going from number one receiver to number one receiver. He has Hunter Renfrow. He likes those small slot receivers, and he has Darren Waller and Foster Moreau, a good two tight end combination. And he has possibly the best running back in the NFL. Brady will not say no to that, especially if they are going to build that offensive line and they are going to build this defense. So I'm all for going to get Brady. Now, here's another thing though, Nate. We bring Brady, are we drafting a quarterback? Because then you
yes.
got Brady and Stidham. Are we keeping three quarterbacks? We keeping three quarterbacks or two quarterbacks going into the season?
Well, it depends on how that contract's gonna look for Brady. Do you want to sign him for? Is he gonna retire after the next
He
year?
wants to play for. The thing is, he wants to play for 2 more years. But I'm like, bro, so we're gonna have Brady for 2 years, be good for 2 years, and then be total ass cheeks for the next years after that. I mean, I won't say ass cheeks, but the thing is, you got to go draft a quarterback. I like, even if you sign Tom Brady this season, you go draft a quarterback this season. If you got to hold 3 quarterbacks in that quarterback room, then you hold 3 quarterbacks in that quarterback room.
Hey,
you got to go draft your quarterback. Because we're not getting Caleb Williams. Unless we shit the bed next season, we're not getting Caleb Williams.
It's better to have 3 good quarterbacks than to have 3 mediocre quarterbacks. We've already learned that. And no, it's better to have 3 good quarterbacks than pretty much anything. I mean,
yeah. Shout out to Super I don't know. I keep butchering that last part. Super Omnicron. I think that's how you say it. Super Omnicron. Salute Primos. I heard Carr could get traded, but we may have to swap out our second. Let's see what happens. And yes, we want the defense to be fixed. Super, this is fat. I mean, me and Super always be having our debates back and forth in other people's lives. But the one thing we can agree on, this defense needs fucking help. That's the one thing we can agree on. We may disagree on like quarterback situation, who we draft, but we agree that this defense needs fucking help. Which, by the way,
players might come. Devin White.
Back to Carr getting traded. I've also heard a lot of, What happened?
Shoot, what is it? Devin White? That's a free agent.
No. So Devin White is an unrestricted free agent next season. And I believe the Bucks just picked up his 5th-year option, so he is not a free agent. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show about free agents and also get on the chat's thoughts of free agents. But real quick, the Carr talk and being traded, I hear a lot of fans saying if I was Derek Carr, I would not do anything to help the team out. I wouldn't accept a trade. I wouldn't do anything to help the Raiders out. Well, here's the thing. If Derek Carr doesn't accept the trade, he's not going to keep that 3-year contract, $121 million contract. He's not going to keep that unless he is traded because and then some fans want to be like, well, Carr's going to get that in free agency if the Raiders cut him. No, in the hell he will not. He is not going to get no $40 million contract unless a team is hella desperate for a quarterback. Like, I mean, hella, like, you got to be fucking desperate for a
You
quarterback
gotta be shoot.
to pay Derek Carr $40 million. There is no
That's
way a team in free agency. I get it. He may be the top quarterback, like going into the free agency. That don't mean shit though. When it comes to money, $40
if the
million, bro.
Browns
I see him getting paid like 30. I see him getting paid like $30 million. And for me, that's still too much. But I could care less. Or I couldn't care
shoot, if
less.
the
I couldn't care
Browns
less.
are
Like,
that
because
desperate,
he'd be on a different team. Like, I don't care. I don't care what money's making. I'm just saying, like, if it was me, I would not give DC $30 million. Like, that's just me. But
hey,
I could care less for what other teams do out there.
I feel like the only team that would really be desperate is that is the only team that has paid, I don't know, the most amount of money on a quarterback that came out of some political issues. The Browns.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
But they
shout out
already
to
paid their
Vincent
money.
Bonsignor on Twitter. Someone told him if I was Derek Carr, I would give 2Fs what was good for the team. Vincent replied saying it's not just helping the team though. A trade keeps intact the 3-year, 121 that is getting ready to kick in for him, including the $40 million guaranteed. There's no guarantees that a deal like that is out there for him in free agency. That is what I've been trying to say. But these Raider fans saying I'm just a Carr hater. I'm not a Carr hater. I'm just saying if he was playing it smart from a money standpoint to still get that money, he would accept a trade. I mean, if that's what he's doing it. I mean, if he's doing it for money, then bro, accept the trade. Shout out to that Raiders
Whatever.
fan. What are the chances Rob Gronkowski comes out of retirement to join the Raiders if Brady comes? I want to say more of like 50-50. Yeah, I'm like right here on Super Omicron. I want to say 50-50 because the thing is Gronk is teasing it. Like he's saying I'm bored and, he's kind of like playing with NFL fans' emotions. But at the same time, like, I mean, I wouldn't want to go get Gronkowski because I like Waller and Moreau and I want to see what can they do with Brady being here. Like, we already know what Brady and Gronk could be together. I get that, but I want to see what Brady and Waller could be together. Like, you have speed or tight end, and then you have Moreau who's over here like fighting for extra yardage. I would love to see how Brady works with those two tight ends. Super Omicron says, yeah, Rodgers ain't coming. Packers will take a $90 million cap hit if they move on. Brady will be a kind dude on the cap. Gronk might come back. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, Super Omicron. But then people want to look at us like we're crazy. Like, bro, there's no way. First of all, the Pack, like you said, super. There's no way the Packers are letting that happen, trading him and then eating that money after they're already eating Devontae. I believe they're eating Devontae Adams too. I know it's not that much, but I could be wrong off of that. They're already eating money anyways for a guy that's already playing for the Raiders. And then you're going to send the quarterback to go play for the Raiders and then take a $90 million cap hit. And then the Raiders are on their side are going to pay a guy $50 million when their defense needs fucking help. Like, people don't make no sense, Nate. They say our defense is ass, but those same people is like, hey, let's go get Aaron Rodgers. What?
Bro.
Like, do you want this defense to be good or not? Like,
That's why I'm just like, this whole car trading thing is like it's like no matter what happens, wherever he trades, what team we trade him to, it's like good for us. And we're like, okay, we'll take anything for what
and
he's being worth for another team, you know?
Yeah. Raider Scorpio. If Gronk comes back, should they trade Waller? No, they're going to trade Foster. Been hearing a lot that the coaching staff is in love with Waller. And then he's on a contract. I believe he's on a 3-year deal or 2-year deal going into next season. So Waller is going to stay. I feel Waller's going to stay even if Gronk comes back. The odd man now is Foster. That's who they would probably trade or even cut in the preseason. Foster would be the
which
odd
would
man
also
out.
suck because
I mean,
Gronk would leave like right
then
after
again, you
too.
could keep. No, then again, you could keep 3 tight ends. They might keep Foster. Who knows? But Foster won't get it. I think here's the thing. Foster knows his potential, and he's gonna want more playing time. So he's probably gonna tell the Raiders like, "Hey, bro, trade me. Like, there's more potential than me being a third string tight end." Which I mean, hey, do what's best for you.
I just feel like
I mean,
bringing Gronk.
because the thing is, I say that for Foster. I would say that for Foster because Foster has shown flashes that he could be a starting tight end in the league, and I just think that would not be fair to him to sit behind Gronk and Waller and not get a lot of playing time. I mean, unless Josh McDaniels got some sneaky shit up his sleeve, hey, bro, keep 3 tight ends.
That would be yeah.
Hey, that Raiders fan, you are not wrong, man. We are. Super says keep Brady, but if you're drafting quarterback, you really taking Richardson. Yes, Omnicron. Okay, I got it right. Thanks. Richardson is like Cam Newton and just behind Stiddy and Brady. You know, Super, we had this conversation, I believe, it was in Waste's Live. Thank you for reminding me. Jaren Hall. A lot of people are sleeping on Jaren Hall. Anthony Richardson, he's 25. He is old. He's coming off of an ACL injury. He has a lot of pros and cons, but bro, I just like Jaren Hall a lot better than Anthony Richardson. Yes, they are both I know Jaren Hall is 25 years old also, but the thing is, there's just more to Jaren Hall that I like. I like his poise in the pocket. I like that he can be a dual threat. He can scramble, and he also Nate likes this guy because he has a baseball arm. Yo, look at Patrick Mahomes, bro, with that baseball arm, bro, doing all these freaking weird magician type throws, bro. Imagine we get a quarterback that can, throw the football like that. The only problem is he throws off his back foot a lot. I don't like that shit because then you just throwing flutters up there, and those are like easy interceptions. I seen too many duck throws with DC. I don't want to see any more of that.
Yeah, no.
That Raiders fan, the defense is a joke. The fact that Chiefs ran that circus play shows no respect. Slap in the face. Hey, bro, and that Raiders fan, and the Chiefs still scored a touchdown. I don't even care. I don't even care that it was called back. They still scored a touchdown on them. Bro, Nate, what was your reaction to that, bro, with the Chiefs doing ring around the rosy?
Bro. Dog. That just tells you, like, Andy Reid, this man picks out the smartest things out of a Dr. Seuss book, because I don't freaking know, man. Like, Andy Reid's such a genius. Like, nobody comes up with something silly that works out. Like, they got a TD. Like, huh? Like, what?
Bro, we tried drawing up trick plays all season long, and I think we got, 1 touchdown out of it? No, 2 touchdowns, I think, out of it. They were both flea flickers.
Dog, bro. Like
the disrespect, bro, to the Raiders defense. Yeah. And the thing is, bro, that defense, I mean, can you blame the Chiefs? That's the thing. Like, can we blame the Chiefs for doing that? Our defense has been trash all season long. Trust me when I say I wish the Raiders would do some shit like that in the future. If they are as hot as the Chiefs are right now, bro, do that shit to like the Broncos, to the Chargers, or even back to the Chiefs. Do some shit like that. Do it where it hurts, because division games, bro, they are personal. They are personal.
Yeah.
There's bad blood between those two teams. Van City, shout out to you. Primos, what's going on, brothers? I have a lot of life coming out at me all at once here. Hope you guys are well, but I'm just listening tonight. Raider Nation for life. Hey, Van City, prayers to you, bro. I hope everything, will get better as we go. I thank you for tuning in. I hope today's show is going to be a good one for you, Van City. It's going to be a good one for you. Thank you for tuning in, man. We're going to have a blast tonight just for you, Van City. We're going to have a blast tonight. Raider Scorpio says trade for 2 first rounds because he is worth it. Please tell me you're not talking about A-Rod, Raider Scorpio. If you're talking about Aaron Rodgers, no, bro, no. I hope he. I
think he's talking about.
Who's he talking about?
Is he talking about Derek Carr? Because the
smiley
face seems sarcastic.
Yeah, he might be talking about Derek Carr. Hey, bro, like I said, if a team is offering you a first-round pick for DC, bro, you take that.
See, I was right. Look.
Yeah. You take it, bro. If a team is offering a first-round pick, bro. Highway Robbery 101. That will be the best heist
Yeah.
that would ever happen. That Raiders fan, Dennis Allen, who coached Carr his rookie season, may take a chance on him. That would be interesting if it happens. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting if it happens, only because the Saints, like, I mean, I don't know if the Saints really need a quarterback. I mean, they got Jameis Winston. Yeah, they didn't have really a good season this year, but they got Winston, they got Taysom Hill. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how Derek Carr plays in this, with the Saints. I mean, Chris Olave, he's a young buck. He had a pretty good rookie season. They got Alvin Kamara, who's their wide receiver too. I don't even count Michael Thomas because Michael Thomas can't even stay healthy. So who's their wide receiver too? Who's their tight? Oh, and they had that tight end. I don't even know his name, but they had a tight end. Oh, they got Andy Dalton too. I forgot about Dalton. Yeah, they got Dalton too. They got quarterbacks. I don't think Dennis Allen would take a chance on Carr. If he does, like you said, that Raiders fan, if he does, it would be interesting. But I don't think Carr will go to the Saints. I don't even think he would accept it. If they said, "Hey, Derek, bro, you going to the Saints?" He's gonna be like, "Nope." I don't even think he would go to the Saints. They should keep Foster because if Gronk comes back, what are the chances he stays healthy? That is another thing, Raider Scorpio. He's missed playing time. He's missed a lot of playing time, and it was due to an injury. Not this past season, of course, but I think it was the season after the Super Bowl in 2021. He was injured. I believe he missed like 5-6 games, maybe four games, and then he decided to retire. It's like, bro, like just stay retired. So there is that, and that's why I'd rather keep what we have now. All you need is a quarterback. Go get yourself a quarterback. You bring in Brady. Other guys maybe on the defensive part, like the defensive ends, they will follow Brady here. But with that being said, let's transition real quick, guys, into our free agency. So real quick, Nate, free agent defensive tackles. We got Fletcher Cox, who I think is not leaving. You got Javon Hargrave, who is probably the only Eagle that is possibly going to be testing free agency, but his market value is, I believe, let me check. I'm checking his market value right now. His market value is about $20.1 million average for his annual salary. 3 years, $60 million, average salary of $21 million. His DT rank is 3. A lot of people like Javon Hargrave. I personally like Daron Payne, only because Daron Payne is younger, and really he had his breakout season. But the market value for Daron Payne is going to be about a 5-year, $71 million deal, average salary $14 million. And he's a 8th rank on the DT rank. I want to ask you this, bro. Javon Hargrave or Daron Payne? Who are you taking?
I feel like I don't know. I'm pushing towards Payne, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like it's just like I don't even know what to say about like D tackles, but I pick Payne. He seems
I like Payne too. I mean,
just a little bit better.
Daron Payne, he leads the defensive tackles, like the free agent class. He leads the D tackles with 12 sacks. Javon Hargrave's not that far behind him with 11 sacks. He has 21 quarterback hits also, and he has 64 tackles. He has played all 17 games on 852 snaps, and he's 25 years old. I would like to get Daron Payne. 14 mil. I feel like you could eat that. We're gonna have a lot of cap, especially once Derek Carr's contract actually hits being taken out of the Raiders salary cap. I believe like you got to go get Daron Payne, and then you go get my guy Jalen Carter. I know a lot of people said he ain't gonna be that 7, but I'm sorry, guys. Jalen Carter needs to be picked at 7 if he's there. If he's not there, then I know a lot of people is like, then go get Stroud, but I'm like, I don't know, bro. Our defense. I mean, if you go get a Daron Payne, then you kind of like set that interior. You could go get a defensive tackle maybe in the 2nd round or the 3rd round and get your quarterback of the future in this with the 7th round pick. I wouldn't be too mad at that, but it really depends what we do in free agency. If we do not address the defensive tackle position at all in free agency, then you gotta go address it in the draft. But I just think Ziegler's not going to do that. A lot of other guys that are on here, guys, is like I said, is David Oyamada, Mike, I don't know how to say that, Houch, Kalen Saunders, Greg Gaines, David Tomlinson, Sheldon Rankins, Taven Bryan, Raheem Nunez, Roches, Sky Tuttle, Terry Tart. Look, just name off other few guys. Let's go to our linebackers.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I know you want to see the linebackers. That's who you want to see. Let me get into this. Renner Ravoda, thank you for pulling up. I'm ready for the Raiders to finally rise up against all that shit talk from the teams that hate us. Me too, man. Me too. Cars and interceptions to end the game or walk off. Shout into overtime. Go. Hey, it's either or, right? It's either or. Super. Who you got? Yeah, I think we already said it. Yeah, Deron Payne. Payne is the guy. I think Payne is the guy that you need to bring in to really at least bolster up that defensive tackle position. Just imagining him with Chandler Jones and Max Crosby. I mean, you're going to get a lot of one-on-ones on the outside. And then even then, you're not like that opens up a lot of sacks for Max Crosby and Chandler Jones because the quarterback can't step up. But for me, that only happens if you go get another solidified like a nose tackle that can pair up with Deron Payne. Let me see. True car lovers turning into Brady haters. I think everyone was a Brady hater because they're just Raider fans. I think that's another thing why a lot of Raider fans don't want Brady here is because they're just Raider fans and the Tucker rule still haunts them. Not gonna lie, still haunts me. But hey, if Brady can bring us a ring, I don't care. I don't care. But yeah, let's go to linebackers, guys. Let's go to linebackers. So the top linebackers right now is Deion Jones, Levante David, Devin Bush, Roquan Smith, Anthony Walker Jr., and Melvin Ingram. Those are the top six. Those are the top six linebackers going into free agency. So who are you looking at, Nate, as a possible linebacker the Raiders should pick up?
I'm looking into either maybe I mean just because of age, I kind of like Devin Bush a little because that Steelers defense was low-key kind of popping. But
Do you think they bring him back?
he's only
I
being
feel.
paid like
I mean, then again, they got. Did they pay T.J. Watt? Is T.J. Watt still playing on a rookie deal? Have they paid him yet?
I don't know.
Because I mean, I would like a Devin Bush. I wouldn't lie. I mean, Devin Bush had 2 quarterback hits, 81 tackles. I wish I could go more into it. They did bring out his market value. His market value. I mean, his market value is $3 million. 1 year in dollars. So you could really. I mean, if the Steelers let him walk, bring him in for a 1 year prove it deal. I would not be against that unless, I mean, I got to really dive in on Devin Bush because I know he had a decent rookie year when he came out, but I got to go back to these past couple seasons because I haven't heard his name a lot. That Raiders fan says, anyone remember Rolando McClain? I thought he was going to be a star. No, he was not a star. I mean, that boy was slamming people. I'll say that. McClain was slamming. He was like doing WWE moves on people, which I freaking love. I love when you just pick them, just slam them right on the ground. Nowadays, bro, the NFL's too soft for that. The NFL's too soft for that. Me personally, though, I think so. I'm gonna start off with this. I think we bring Denzel Perryman back.
Denzel Perryman.
I know he's up there in age. He's 30 years old. But I feel like you bring him in maybe on a 2-year contract. You know, his 20. You know, he's getting paid $3 million. I would say maybe $6 million. Just double it. Maybe give him a $6 million 2-year contract. But I wanted him to come back as like a rotational guy. Like I want him to come in, like maybe play a first down, maybe second down. Definitely not third down though. He is not going to be playing third down. He is going to be
Yeah, not that.
he is going to be that run stuffer. Because when he went in there, Denzel Perryman will stop the run. He is a very good run support. So I really would be all for bringing Denzel Perryman back. But Nate, how would you feel about bringing a former Raider in Nicholas Morrow?
Nicholas Morrow
would you bring
back.
Nicholas Morrow back? Yeah, would you bring him back? I don't know why. I was kind of bummed that we let him go.
Wait, how old is he now?
He's still young. I mean, he's hitting his prime. He's gonna be 28. He's gonna be 28 years old.
I mean, if he comes in cheap, sure, but if he's already been here and did he?
I'm only going bet.
He didn't really do much.
These are more depth pieces. These aren't like starters. These are more depth pieces. Like I feel like we need more depth in the linebacker.
Starter.
Oh, we gonna starter, bro. I mean, you said Devin Bush, bro. I'm telling. I like Deion Jones, but I feel like if you go get Tom Brady, Levante Davis coming with Brady. That's the way I feel. I feel Levante Davis coming with Brady. If you go get Brady, I feel Levante David. He is 31 years old, but just think about the leadership. Like for me, the leadership that he will bring into the linebacking room. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of the draftees that you're going to get in the draft in the linebacking position, and then even Devon Diablo, and you got Luke Masterson. You got a lot of already young bucks in the linebacking room. Levante David could come in and really teach those guys how to play that linebacking position at a top NFL level. That's what I would like. Real quick, Raider Scorpio, should they wait to draft a quarterback in the late rounds, or use the 7th overall pick on a quarterback, or not even draft a quarterback and focus on the defense if Brady did become our quarterback? Nate, I'll let you take this one because I might be going on for I'm going to be breaking this comment down. But so go ahead.
Should they wait for a quarterback in the late rounds? Even draft a QB, focus on defense. It depends if what's his name? Jalen Carter or is there or not? Because if he's there, then you grab him in the first round, and then you go.
Real quick, sorry to cut you off. I was gonna say sorry to cut you off, Nate. But what about if Stroud is there? Sorry to throw you, but that's what a lot of fans said. What if Stroud is with Carter at number 7? Then who you pick?
I mean,
because a lot of people like Stroud.
I mean, at that point, if you're in the office, you just go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, bro. Like at that point, I feel like nobody knows. I feel like nobody would know what to do. So they would just play a little game, and that's how we do it. But I feel like if they have Brady on their minds, I don't know. I feel like they would reach. No, I feel like they would have to take the linebacker.
They would take a linebacker at 1, or with the 7th overall.
I mean, yeah, Jalen.
No, but I'm saying no. Like if Jalen Carter isn't there, do they go linebacker? Because the thing that's my thing is, do we stay with our? Because that's my narrative. My narrative is you draft defense no matter like who's there at number 7. But then it's coming down to like, okay, well, and I think, like I said, a lot of people are sleeping on Jaren Hall and a lot of these quarterbacks in the later rounds. I feel like they could be developed because we do got to remember real quick. The quarterback, like if Brady comes, I feel like the quarterback we draft, they're not going to start next season unless you throw their asses to the wolves. And if Brady's here, they're definitely not starting the following season. They're not starting their rookie year. They're going to sit back and watch Brady, watch Stidham. They're going to, learn Josh McDaniels' playbook. They're going to learn to build chemistry with these receivers. They're going to get playing time in the preseason, so we'll see what we get out of them. That's what I feel like people forget. That if you go get Jaren Hall, you go get a Hendon Hooker, or you go get any of these other guys that I really don't know, the late round quarterbacks, like off the top of my head. But let's remember that rookie quarterback's not going to play their rookie year. They're going to sit behind whoever's the starter, whether it's Brady, whether it's Stidham, whether it's somebody else, not Aaron Rodgers, like anybody else. Let
Hopefully
me
not.
see. If Brady becomes a quarterback, Grunk's coming back, and don't forget Edelman, the three amigos. In the great words of our boy Van City, in the great words of our boy Van City, Raider Scorpio, do not say things you cannot take back.
Edelman.
I'm gonna say the great. I don't know if Edelman. Edelman was also teasing that he would come back to play with Brady.
Would Edelman take Renfro's spot?
That is facts. What do you do with Renfro? If Edelman comes back, what do you do with Renfro?
At that point, that boy Renfro.
This is hypothetically speaking. If Edelman was to come back, what are you doing with Renfro?
Because Renfro at that point, you
can't move Renfro to the outside. That boy's too small. You can't move Edelman to the outside either. That boy's too old.
Yeah, at that point, if
you got Renfro who's too small, you got Edelman who's too old. You ain't got nobody working that outside, bro.
Because if Gronk is there and Waller is there, they're both out there. You might have both them out there with Devontae and Jacobs. No. Nah. Yo, this offense.
It won't work, Nate. Bro, just shut up, bro. It won't work.
This is Madden.
Thinking something that's not gonna work.
This is like Madden, dog. Oh my gosh, I'm changing their positions,
bro. Now y'all putting your Madden caps on, bro.
We're changing Gronk. We're changing Gronk position to wide receiver,
bro. Why don't?
That's what we're gonna do.
Okay, if you're doing this shit like Madden, bro, you're doing it wrong. First of all, put Waller at wide receiver, bro. He played wide receiver with.
Oh yeah.
But they say Madden, bro. So this shit ain't happening. I mean, sorry, Raider Scorpio, but yeah, that shit ain't happening. That is some straight up Madden shit right there. That Raiders fan, we need a young line at middle linebacker. And here's the thing. That Raiders fan, we do. I think we may have, a couple young bucks. I like Luke Masterson. I'm really high on Luke Masterson. I don't know why. I wish I could tell you guys. I think, really for me, it's his pursuits of the football. I like the way he can, really, he can stuff the run. He really goes, he follows the football. I really like Luke Masterson. Coverage-wise, I mean, who wasn't getting beat on our defense coverage-wise? That's the only thing I think we need to address in the draft. We need to get a linebacker who can cover. It's like I feel like I'm hearing a common theme. I was watching Wasted's live earlier, and he said someone's got to come in. I think it was Wasted or Andy's live. I don't know whose live it was, but it was basically the question was who can guard Travis Kelce? Can you guard Travis Kelce?
Nobody. What?
That I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was Andy's live. But the thing is that that's really what it comes down to. We got to find a linebacker or even a safety or anybody. Can they guard Travis Kelce? Not saying can they lock him up, but can you guard up? Can you guard? Can you hold him? The only thing is Trayvon Merrick guarded up prior to them getting into the red zone week 4. So, I mean,
that's tough.
You can't. Maybe you can put Merrick back, but 4 touchdowns, I don't really like that. Shout out to Super. That race, maybe Sewell from Oregon or Eichenberg from Ohio State. I haven't heard a lot on Eichenberg. Now, Sewell, like I said, I'm probably butchering these names like a motherfucker. But Sewell from Oregon, I've heard highs on him. I would not be upset if we get Sewell from Oregon. Yeah, Amendola got body slammed.
He got
that was
raided.
Probably the highlight. That was the highlight, bro. That was the highlight of Orlando McClain's career. Super Deion Jones, Levante dated Brady could recruit, but he's 33, and a linebacker from Buffalo, Tremaine Edmonds. I forgot about Tremaine Edmonds. Let's talk about Tremaine Edmonds real quick, Nate. what do you think Buffalo's going to do with Tremaine Edmonds? Are they going to resign him? But I was hearing they got Jordan Poyer also that possibly could leave.
Oh,
Let me see.
Poyer.
Yeah, I was hearing they got Poyer.
Makes
Let me
me
see.
think
Where's
about
Oh yeah, he's right
safety.
here, and his market value came out. Tremaine Edmonds' market value will be 4 years, 57 million, 14.2 mil. I mean, let's say we get a Deron Payne, you're giving Tremaine Edmonds 14.2 mil. You're giving Deron Payne 14.2 mil. Let's just say this, hypothetically speaking. And then you're also paying Max Crosby his big ass contract too. Like you got a lot. I mean, the thing is, this is what we wanted. We wanted money going to the defensive players, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing we wanted. So Tremaine Edmonds had a freaking, he's having a good season. Let me see if I can pull up his stats real quick. I just fucking had him. Where the hell did he go? Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
He's played in 13 games this season, 692 snaps. He has 102 tackles, 1 sack, 3 quarterback hits, and he does have 1 interception on the season. There's probably a bunch of other stats that I do not have. But I've been hearing a lot of highs on Tremaine Edmonds. I would not be upset getting a Tremaine Edmonds, but we got to think about this. Like I said, you got to put money on the defense side of the ball. You got to put money on the defense side of the ball.
Yeah.
Either of these guys, I would not be upset.
You know what I say? I say screw it and get a star DT, a star linebacker, and a star safety. I say screw it and be like, we need leaders on each level of the defense for the defense to be better. Like, let's be honest. If we don't have a leader back there, Trayvon Merring won't get better. If we don't have a leader on like linebacker, nobody's gonna learn off of Perryman. That boy is just tackling feet. And if you have the tackle, I mean, or we just need a D tackle.
That's true.
At that point,
Shout out to Van City.
we have leaders. Yeah, but we just need.
Oh no, we need more. We need more. And then Max Crosby needs help on the defense. I feel like the leaders on that defensive side was maybe Deron Harmon. Really on the defensive side, Max probably was a leader too. The thing is, it didn't show. Like I can honestly say we didn't have any leaders. I could say Deron Harmon was not a leader. Yeah. I mean, then again, who am I to say that? But I'm just going based off what I seen. That defense did not look like it had any leaders. Like they were getting smoked up and down the field.
That's what I'm saying. Like we need.
Now
leaders.
shout out to Van City. If we have made it this far through the linebacker conversation and not one person has mentioned Roquan Smith, y'all are on drugs. Oh, and does smoke weed, and he probably smoked it around in the house. Just kidding. Nate, you do drugs? I mean, because neither of us mentioned Roquan. We didn't mention Roquan Smith. I will say this, bro. I here's the thing, Van City, because we had I think me and Van City, we would love us to get Roquan Smith, but I have to debate with Van City here. Baltimore is not. I don't think Baltimore's letting Roquan go anywhere. Like this is me. I don't because Baltimore traded for him. There's no way they're letting him walk. Now Roquan's market value, if he does walk, Roquan Smith's market value is a 5-year contract, $87 million, average salary of $17.4 million. Now, here's the thing. Van City has we've been on the point that the defense, money needs to be spent on the defense. All the money has been spent on the offense. The offense shit the bed this season. The defense played probably better than they were expected because there's not a lot of money going to that side of the ball. I'm like, we got to fucking see what we do with Derek Carr. I'm sorry because the thing is, our cap right now. I mean, we're at 65. Let's see. I would have to pull up Max's contract and to really break it down. I would have to bring up all the contracts. at least for the main ones, which is Chandler Jones and Max Crosby. Those are the main contracts that we would have to look at. Because if somehow you can get Roquan Smith, paying him $17 million that he's, his market is saying he deserves. The thing is, could you go get a Daron Payne? Like, that's, let me see that between two guys, like, let me see. 17.2, 14.2, but that's 31.4 mil already towards two guys.
Trading Derek Carr for Gardner Johnson. From the Jets.
You serious about that?
Shoot, if we could get him, shoot.
If we could, but the thing is, you think the Jets will accept that trade? I don't think the Jets would let that boy go.
Yeah, that was just
not for Derek Carr, bro. You're not getting a player for Derek Carr. You're getting a second round pick minimum for him. I just don't know, like, because I agree with Van City. I would love a Roquan Smith on the Raiders. I'm not saying I will not. It's the money, bro. Like, I know I may be going back on my saying that, hey, we need to spend money on the defense. $17 fucking million for a one linebacker. Because dude, our interior defensive line, bro. The thing is, I would not be so hard on, like, I wouldn't be so against it if we had defensive tackles we can count on. I don't think we have, like, maybe Neil Farrell, Matthew Butler, but those are young bucks, bro. They're still growing. We got Andrew Billings, who was a decent defensive tackle, but then again, you still need to give him help. Bilal Nichols is not going to give him help. You need to get a solidified defensive tackle. And I just think that that's a much bigger need. I mean, the defense as a whole is a need, but we're really breaking this shit down. Defensive tackle is probably the biggest need you need to go before you start working outwards and going to the linebackers, going to the secondary. Defensive tackle is probably the main position you need to hit in free agency. I mean, that's me personally. That I don't know what the Raiders are going to do. They probably will go get Roquan Smith and hold a big fuck you to me and be like, we're not getting Daron Payne. Hey, bro, bro, if we get Roquan Smith and don't get Daron Payne, bro, Van City is going to come in our live and he's going to hold a big fuck you to me too.
That's tough.
He's going to be like, this is what y'all get for calling me crazy.
So what is the round?
That Raiders fan, Fred Warner, was the third round pick who happens to be the best middle linebacker. And you know what? That's Raiders fans. That's why I want it, like, me and Nate really are going to be doing our homework on these later round guys because I feel like we can hit some guys in the later rounds, and that's going to be the very vital part of the draft. I mean, not just the first and second round, but really the third through the seventh round. Like, we really got to hit on some later round guys. Let me see. Raider Scorpio says, which top defensive players agency this year? Daron Payne. If we're going at overall defense, I think it is Daron Payne. I could be wrong. Overall defense, let me pull it up.
Let me see.
Overall defense is Deion Jones, which is inside linebacker. Deion Jones is top. Daron Payne's a top defensive tackle. They got hella old guys at the top. I don't know why. I don't like that. I mean, they got Brandon Graham up here. I've been hearing Brandon Graham's, but I don't like Brandon Graham. 35 years old.
Graham.
Not like he is up there in age, bro. I want some young guys on. Hey, also, I mean, what do you think about bringing Yannick Ngakoue back?
Man, shoot, I'll just take Edelman.
Psych, bro. Ngakoue won't gonna come back.
I'll just take Edelman at that point. I'll beg Edelman.
But Deion Jones is the top D. At least that's what I'm looking at. That's what Spot Track has as the top defensive player is Deion Jones. Raider Scorpio, actually no, Super Omnicron said Deion Jones, Jamil Dean, Fletcher Cox. I think Fletcher Cox is staying with Philly. Jesse Bates. I would love to get a Jesse Bates. It would be interesting to see what the Bengals and Jesse Bates do if they work out a deal. I mean, shout out to them. Jesse Bates is he is one of their vital pieces on the Bengals defense. But if he wants to test free agency, hey, bro, Jesse Bates, bro, come over to the dark side, bro. Come over to the dark side. Raider Scorpio says, please pay someone who wants to win. And that's what it really comes down to for me. It really comes down to, like, go get guys that want to win. Don't get guys that just want to come and get the bag and not do shit. We tried that. We tried that with Chandler Jones. 4.5 sacks later, bro, he is not looking like the guy we paid him to be. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Devin Bush, bro. With comparing him to every other free agent, he's probably the youngest one, and he's not even that expensive.
I would say this: if you go get a Deron Payne, yeah, I mean, for real, hey, Van City, how you feel about that? Deron Payne and Devin Bush. How'd you feel about that, Van City? I'm trying to make Van City happy, bro. Just kidding. Hey, we agree to disagree, bro. But we know it's all love. We know it's all love. Nicholas Morrow was a dog. That's why I like Nicholas. That's why I say bring him back as a depth piece, not a starter. He will be coming back as a depth piece because we need depth pieces, especially on the defensive side. Carolina's Frankie Louva would be a good pick from Carolina, bro. Super. Hit us up on Instagram right here. Hit us up on the gram, on IG. DM me some guys that we could do our homework on. I would love to be doing some homework on some guys because I haven't heard that name. I would love to look at some film work and really do a scouting report on him. Raiders score. When was the last time Raiders had a top defense? Super Omicron helped you with that. And that's true, for real. That is very I feel like even though I became a fan in 2011, like really, I mean, I was a fan all my life, but like I'm saying, actually following the Raiders, I became a fan in 2011. I knew our defense though before then was always trash though. So Raiders and the thing or Super Omicron, and the thing is Raiders were known for having a tough defense in the 70s and even the early 80s. They were known for having like a tough defense. I missed that. Man, I missed that. Van City says Roquan Smith will single-handedly bring our defense up a tier, maybe even two. Van City, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. It's the money, bro. It's the money. Because I want also. I know I said we need to put money on the defensive side of the ball, but what I mean by that, we need to spread the money around. You need to go get get some corners, get some safeties that can go out there and cover, and we're not seeing the back of their jersey
Jordan Poyer
every single game. Go get a Jordan Poyer or even a Jesse Bates, like Super Omicron said. Like I said, I would say this: if we get Roquan Smith, I wouldn't even be upset. I'd be like, hey, you know what? It's not like we don't need a linebacker. Super Omicron says that's why Baltimore wouldn't part with him. Depends on who's up front. How good can he cover? Could he cover Kelsey? And that's really what it comes down to. Shout out to Garrett Parker. Our Niner buddy up in the building.
Niner.
I heard Derek Carr is going to the Jets. And if he does, I was hearing that a lot too, Nate. Derek Carr possibly getting traded to the Jets. Like that's
cool.
A location.
At least he's on another team.
That's where I'm at. I'm like, that's cool. As long as he ain't rocking these colors, I'm all for it.
I am chilling.
Hey, and you know what's crazy? Garrett, I will say this, and Nate, if Derek Carr does get traded to the Jets, we are going to Vegas when the Jets play the Raiders next season.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta go to that game, bro. We gotta go to that game. And no, Super Omicron for real. Fact. Carr to the Jets in that cold weather and with that media, good luck. Bro, if he thought Raiders fans would make him cry, bro, wait till you go to New York.
Oh God.
Hey, it probably is Roquan Smith, Van City. I was going based off Spot Track. They had Deion Jones. Bro, my Wi-Fi, why it gotta be tripping, bro? It was doing good. It was doing good
We
all
over
stream
here
long, bro. Now
paying
my Wi-Fi
Cleves
tripping.
$7 million.
Bro, we're paying him first round pick money, and he is not a first round pick. He has not been playing up to it.
Man,
Raiders Scorpio says
we
money.
could get a. We
The Ravens are gonna
man,
have to choose between Lamar Jackson and Roquan Smith. I forgot about that. I can't believe because
that's
Lamar
tough.
Jackson wants an arm and a leg. That's the thing. Lamar Jackson wants an arm and a leg.
And they got that defense. Marcus Peters is gone too. Oh, that Ravens,
yeah,
bro. That
Marcus
Ravens
Peters
team
is gone.
Yeah, that Ravens team is gonna take a hit.
Yeah, the Ravens are gonna have it's gonna be it is going to be an interesting offseason. I will say that. 114 tackles, 3 interceptions, 69 PFF rating, probably one of the best overall defender in NFL. Smith benefited with the defense around him. He did, but I mean, I feel like the thing is we'll build around him also. I feel we'll also build around Roquan. Like I said, I wouldn't be upset if we get him. It's just, man, like we need other pieces. We need other pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, you're right, Super. And that's the thing. That's why I say you got to start in the trenches. You got to start in the trenches with the defensive tackle, interior defensive line, because then you can work outwards and you can maybe talk to Roquan like, hey, we're building this defense. It's going to work good for you. You're going to have pieces around you. I'm getting pissed about my Wi-Fi right now. It is over here starting to trip. Like, I got a lot to discuss, man. I'm not trying to leave right now because of this internet, man. But I would not be against that Super Omicron because you got that's why I say you got to build outwards. You got to build outwards. Van City is not wrong though. They do not have a style. They don't have a style. I think is Calais Campbell still on Baltimore? I'm probably going hella far back.
Campbell?
Calais Campbell, is he still on the Ravens or did he retire last year? Because that was the only guy I remember that was on their front that was actually good for them.
I don't see him.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Raiders are going to sign one player for hella money, and that's it. Raiders Scorpio, and that's what I don't want. Like, that's what I'm really against is Roquan Smith signing. Like, unless you're able to sign him and still bring other guys in that can really benefit this defense and really make them become a top 15 defense, I'm all for it. But that's what I don't want to happen. We did it with Chandler Jones this past season, and we're not getting our money's worth for it.
Sheesh. The top 4 defensive line guys in the free agency is coming out of the Eagles. Top 4.
Oh, yeah, they're all
Crazy.
Eagles. But the thing is, Hargrave is the only one. Hargrave is the only one that I think is going to be testing the market. I think Fletcher Cox is going to be going, and I think Brandon Graham is going to be he might test the market too, but he's up there in age. I wouldn't even look at him.
How much did the Eagles spend this season?
Bro, most of those guys are draft picks. I know the defensive tackle with Fletcher Cox is a draft pick, and then I think a couple of their linebackers also.
Damn.
Super Omicron, they need to build a defense, and that includes rotational people in the situational scheme. Roquan could fit, but more pieces are needed. How much to sign him? Like I said, Super Omicron, his market value. Oh shit! I got to go back to the linebackers. Hold on, but to start with your first comment, I agree. Hold on. Let me find him first. See, there he is. To start that, and that's where I'm at. Like, we need rotational people, we need depth pieces. We need a lot of pieces to really fix this defense. And it's not saying Roquan can't be a piece of the defense. He can. But like I said, you look at the market value, 5 years, $87 million, average salary of $17.4 million. Like, that's a lot of money to eat for one player. I know we paid that type of money to Chandler Jones and to Max Crosby, but I feel like if you sign Roquan Smith to that type of money, your chances of going to sign guys like in the secondary and then on the defensive front very, very limited. Let's do this, but let's actually do this, guys. Let's say we get Roquan Smith. Who are some guys that we could sign on the interior defensive line and secondary? Who are you guys looking at? Let me pull up some guys that's not so much money. let's pull up our secondary. I said if we do get a Roquan Smith, let's say this. If we get a Roquan Smith, let's put this out there hypothetically. We signed Roquan Smith to a $17.5 million deal. Who are some guys on the interior defensive line and in the secondary that we could go out and possibly sign a free agency? You got Marcus Peters, Jesse Bates. These are all secondary players. You got Marcus Peters, Jesse Bates, Bradley Roby, Jordan Poyer, Jimmy Ward, Adrian Amos, Devin McCourty, James Bradbury, Jonathan Jones, Von Bell, Eric Rowe, Anthony Brown, Emmanuel Mosley, Cameron Sutton, Troy Hill, Kenny Averett, Nick Needham, Brandon Faison, Eli Apple. It gets kind of weak from there. You got Mike Hughes, Artie Burns from Seattle, Jabril Peppers. I mean, who you looking at? I mean, in the secondary. Let's say if we were to get a Roquan Smith in the secondary, who you looking at? You already got $17.4 million off the cap. You're paying Chandler Jones and Max Crosby, their respective money. You want to go in cap hell. So Jesse Bates is probably off the board. You don't have a shot at getting Jesse Bates.
Yeah.
Maybe
How
Marcus
much will
Peters
be available?
Marcus Peters,
maybe
market value, 2 years, $19 million. So average annual salary would be $9.8 million. I'm sorry, I'm not paying that money for Marcus Peters. I'm not paying Marcus Peters $9 million or $10 million a year. I'm not paying Marcus Peters. I mean, the thing is, he's a good corner, but he's also 30 years old. Like, do you want to pay a 30-year-old cornerback $10 million? You're not even gonna. I don't even say we pay Rock and Sin that type of money.
Oh, no. Man, I mean, I'm looking at I'm trying to look further down, but the more further down I go,
hey guys, this is all Van City's fault. We're doing this for Van City because if that happens, I want to see, okay, can it work? I want to say, can it work? And I'm telling you, we gonna be getting probably some bums in the secondary, bro.
Man, why do I want to go Jordan Poyer?
Okay,
bro?
No, Van City's always playing with us. Van City says, I'm just playing. I'm not paying that much money for a linebacker. I would rather have a strong secondary and a scary D line, Jesse Bates, Daron Payne over Roquan Smith. And that's where I'm at. And like I said, Van City, I'm not against getting Roquan Smith. It's just you can use that money elsewhere. The thing is, Daron Payne is $14.2 million, his annual salary. Jesse Bates, let's look at Jesse Bates' market value.
What about
Jesse
Jonathan
Bates' market value is $10.6 million a year. Okay, never mind. Bro, boom, right there. You got 10.6 for Jesse, and you got 14.2 with Daron Payne. Bro, I'm here for that. I am here for that. I'm also here for this. If we can swing it, we want to bring in a defensive stud on each level of our defense. And that's where this shit comes in.
That's what I said. That's what I said. We need a stud leader for D line, linebacker, and back end. That's all we need.
Now, Vince City also said this. Shout out to Vince City real quick. If Brady comes here, I can 98% guarantee you he's bringing Levante David or Devin White with him. Now, the thing is with Devin White, Vince City, Devin White is still under contract with the Tampa Bay Bucks. And also, they are exercising his 5th-year option. So really, Levante David is the only one that can really come to the Raiders that would come with Brady. But I that would likely happen too. I guarantee there is a 98% chance that's going to happen. But this is where I'm here for is because we need to go sign a strong secondary that can cover. And bro, if you have that combination, strong secondary, scary D line, Nate, you touched on this in our last live, that if we have a strong secondary that can cover and at least keep the quarterback in the holding the ball for at least 5 we did read it, Van City. We did read it. But you said if the secondary can hold close to 6-7 seconds, and you got a scary D line that can get to the quarterback, pressure the quarterback, that's a scary combination. This was your words, and this is coming from you played football. You said if the secondary holds up, you will be able to get to the quarterback. And this is where this is where me and Van City come to our compromise. And it's always going to work in my favor because Van City, 9 times out of 10, I'm always right?
Oh.
Oh, bro, I love messing with Van City, bro. It's heck of funny. That's my guy, man. That's my guy. But no, I mean, hey, if we get a Jesse Bates, I mean, you could still go get your guys, in free agency. But right there, I mean, you get a strong safety and you go get a freaking monster at defensive tackle. And then you could just build up from there. Now, let's then move on to our offensive line real quick. I know, hey, this is becoming a long live, but I had a lot of stuff to talk about. We had a lot of stuff to really discuss. Let's go to the offensive line because Jarrett Stidham was running for his fucking life. I'm going to go with tackle first because we need a fucking right tackle. Fucking right tackle. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see real quick. I wish let me see. Oh, here we go. I was like, because I feel like we need a right tackle. So here's the top right tackles right now. Let me see. Actually, let me go with pay wise. I'm gonna sort them out pay wise. We got George Fant, Mike McGlinchey, Billy Turner, Jaquan James, Juwan Taylor, and David Kingsbury as the tops. Josh Wells, Jermaine Illuminor, German Ifedia, and Marcus Cannon as the top 10 right tackles, market wise. You got Mike McGlinchey is probably your best right tackle. I feel like that's my best right tackle. And Van City, bro, we messing around. I'm not sure because half the time you're right. Hey, we're being honest here. Most of the time, Van City's right. If we're being really honest here, Van City's mostly right.
He makes
the
right bold moves.
I like him from the Niners.
I like anybody from the Niners.
There's not a lot of guys. There's in free agency for right tackles, bro. If Jermaine Illuminor is in the top 10, there's a fucking problem. There's not a lot of right tackles out there. I mean, I want to see. I'm gonna probably do some. Hey, we gotta be desperate. We gotta be desperate for defense. But like I said, I'm cool with that. But I mean, the thing is, do we bring Jermaine Illuminor back? I mean, if I will only bring him back if he's your backup right tackle.
No. No.
Nate, you got tired. You're tired of Illuminor.
Bro, I don't want the cameras to be locked on him after every single play because this man, offsides. Holding. These flags, dog. He can't do nothing right, dog. Like
Hey, not as
I
a
don't think that
backup though. Not at least as a backup.
he could be a
There's
backup on
not a lot of
another
right.
team
And that's where
because if
that's where
that
I'm at,
person
Banty.
gets hurt or
Hey, I would
back
say
there.
that. Hey, guys in the chat, and then also Nate. Do we go offensive line in the draft, or like do we go offensive line in the draft, or do we go get a guy in free agency? That's where I'm at. Super Omicron. I feel like drafting a starting right tackle is your best bet. But like, yeah, we could get McGarry. He's a free agent. I don't see him here
Who? Oh,
unless he's a left
McGarry
tackle.
from the
Here,
Falcons.
let me just look at tackles. Let me just look at the tackle. Oh yeah, he's right here. Caleb McGarry. He's 20. Hey, he's 28 years old. Market value for him will be $17.7 million. Market value is 4 years, $70 million contract. Offensive line. You got your starting tackle. Pair him with Colton Miller. Now I heard this. I think I heard it. Who did I hear it from? It was on one of these lives. Hell of our, our boys went live today. They said, "What do you think about moving Colton Miller to the right tackle position, and then bringing in?" I mean, if you get McGarry, you don't have to do that. But how do you feel about that?
We're just trying to get that offensive line right. I mean, Colton Miller kind of looked sucky the last couple of games of the season. He
Dude,
was
that
a
boy was
bit
getting
down for.
dog watered on. That boy was getting
Yeah.
manhandled. He was getting tossed around like how Gary gets tossed around in NBA 2K. If he's still in here, I don't know if he's in here still, but
Hey,
I hope he's
that's
still in here.
facts though. You ain't wrong.
Shout out to Super Omicron, but yeah, I would like to bring in McGarry. McGarry had I think he had a pretty. I gotta look at him because I wasn't following the free agents on the offensive line part. I'm gonna have to look into them. But like I said, I would bring Illuminor back just for depth, and because he also played under Josh McDaniels and under this offense. So I would like to bring Illuminor back as a backup, not as a starter. And if our right tackle goes down, our starting right tackle goes on, well, Nate, you're gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup, because your boy Illuminor is gonna be out there playing.
Man, he better work for that.
Super Omicron got to sign at least a few players. Illuminor, Rockinson, Jerry Tillery, Matt Collins, drafting a right tackle, maybe a little expensive on McGarry. I like that. I would not be against that. I mean, Rockinson, I feel, is a definite. Those four guys that you named, Super Omicron, those guys, I mean, outside of Illuminor, is a must resign. I'm not saying you must resign Illuminor. I just would not be against it. I wouldn't be against bringing back Illuminor. But Rockinson, Jerry Tillery, Matt Collins, I feel like those are a must resign. We got to resign those guys, especially Rockinson. He only allowed one touchdown on the season, I believe. I got to check out his stats. He had really, really good stats to put up. Let me see if I could pull up the PFF grade on him real quick. No, I forgot. I gotta sign up for that. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, 39 solo tackles, no interceptions. He was targeted 53 times, and he only allowed 31 receptions. Had a PFF grade of 65.7. I wish I could see quarterback rating allowed. Oh, that's luck because I don't have PFF. I ain't got money for that. But yeah, I wouldn't. I love Rockinson.
I think we should make a deal with McDonald's.
Make a deal with who?
Raiders should assign a deal with.
I was lost in this comment.
Raiders should sign a deal with McDonald's so we can like grab some money for like a nice cornerback.
Oh yeah.
That's how we're gonna do it, guys.
You're freaking funny. Super, I heard that you were straight up defense on that free agent list, Primos. I don't blame you. That KC ring around the rosy hurt my soul. I was hoping somebody would jump off sides and hit the quarterback, bro. Super Omicron. That's why I was really on that defensive list. But I also wanted to pull up the offensive line list. I didn't want to. I mean, I know we're going a little long into this live, and I appreciate you guys staying on. Shout out to Super Omicron, Van City, Raider Scorpio, everyone that's pulled up so far. But I didn't want to just really focus on the defense. Of course, we'll probably talk more. We're going to continue talking more free agency as the days go on. Of course, it kind of sucks because it's playoff football. No one's really focusing on free agency but us because we're at home. We really won't know until DC is gone, until Derek Carr gets traded, or and that cap finally go. I mean, even if he gets traded, you're playing the risk of even having a team backing out of that trade before February 15th. Your best bet is to cut him just to play it safe, so you don't pay him that money, and then you have that money going to the cap, and then we can see what can we play with. But yes, defense, bro. After seeing that Super Omicron, I just want defense. I want us to freaking that's really what it is. I want a defense that can go freaking beat the fuck out of the Chiefs. I care about Broncos, I care about the Chargers, but no, the Chiefs, I hate with everything in my body. After that shit that they did,
I'm here.
Bro, after that shit that they did on Saturday, I am fucking I hate them with every ounce of my body. I hate them so much. So go get a defense. Go fucking put Mahomes on his ass next season. I don't want to see Mahomes be running around all over the field. Go put that fucking motherfucker on his ass.
That man needs to rest, dog. He needs to rest. He needs to sit down.
Getting tired of that shit, bro. That. I want us to go get guys that's gonna go put Mahomes on his ass. Go put Travis Kelce on his ass.
Lewis.
Go put Marquez Valdes-Scantling on his ass. Go put Juju Smith-Schuster on his ass. Bro, I don't give a fuck. Go put Andy Reid on his ass. I want those Chiefs to fucking be like, I don't want to play the Raiders. Bro, put every fucking player on the Chiefs on their ass.
How much?
Shout out to the AFC West.
How much does it cost to call up Ray Lewis to come out of retirement for just a year?
Oh, bro, really, bro? That boy's 60 years old, bro.
He would probably still cost.
Hey, that Raiders fan. After that shit that they did Saturday, I'm eating that 15-yard penalty. I'm eating that 15-yard penalty, bro. I'll put Mahomes. If I'm gonna get a roughing the passer call, bro. Especially now that this upcoming season, they're going to review it. And, you could possibly get ejected based on targeting. They're trying to move it like college. If you get a targeting penalty, you're ejected. Bro, in that game, if I was Crosby or something, bro, I'm picking up Mahomes and I'm slamming that boy on his ass.
No, but it's good because
even though
we'll be safe.
I'm
we'll be safe. You know why? We'll be safe from
Brady.
Yeah, we have Brady. We'll be safe of all types of penalties. Even if we miss a field goal, they'll be like, it's good.
Bro, they wouldn't do that shit in Oakland. The Coliseum would have been rowdy. The only reason they did that is because Allegiant Stadium was freaking sold out of Kansas City fans. That's the only reason they did that.
We would literally
that's a story
do
for
what Kansas City would do.
And that's a story. I mean, real quick, we'll end it on this part. Bruh, Nate, how do you feel about Mark Davis being pissed that Raiders fans are not showing up to the games? That he's tired. He's saying he's tired of Allegiant Stadium being filled with more opposing fans than Raider fans. How do you feel about that?
Donate to Oakland. Give a little donation, a free flight to every Oakland, everybody in Oakland, and you'll see you'll get what you want. I mean,
Yeah.
If he's
The thing
complaining
is,
about moving farther,
how do you? My thing
then
is, yeah. My, my thing is, How did you not know this was gonna happen? Las
yeah,
Vegas is a tourist city. Why do you think there's so many UFC events in Las Vegas? It's a tourist city. People go to Vegas to, for the weekend, go hang out, and then go hit a UFC fight, and then or go hit a hockey game. Now that the Las Vegas Knights are out there, and go and then the WNBA. And then the thing is, that's another thing. The Knights have a winning team. The Aces just won the WNBA championship. They're winning teams. That's why their fan base grew. Where we finished 6-11. 6-11. Since we've been in Vegas, we had one winning season. We've been in Vegas 3 seasons, going on 4 seasons. We had one winning season in Vegas. How the
I don't
hell
even.
did you expect this shit to turn out? I said I said this before the Raiders were moving to Vegas. I said you have to be taking a winning team out to Vegas. The Raiders have to be primed to win year in and year out. People
Yeah,
want
I
to
don't.
talk about stability. There's no stability. Like you seen it in the records. The records were up and then they were down. They were up and they were down. Were they improving? They were. But with all these coaching changes and then the GM change, even though I'm not putting out Mark Davis, I'm just saying the different rooms that came in. There was John Gruden went 8-8 his first year, and then 7-9 or not 7-9. He went 10-7. Well, actually 3-2. And then Rich Bisaccia went 7-5, and then we go 6-11. It's not he was already taking a Raiders winning organization out to Vegas. Like I feel like it would be different if he took a playoff caliber Raiders team that's already been to the playoffs, not just in 2016, but 2015, 2014, 2013, or 2017, 28. Like they've been to the playoffs in the past 20 years. You didn't. You took a team that made it to the playoffs one time in the past almost 20 years to Vegas and expected Raider fans to follow. Now, don't get me wrong, Raider fans, we are the best fans in the world. We are the best fans in NFL. But let me put it this way: you move to Vegas. People who live in, because me and you live in the Bay Area. We live close to Oakland. You're paying close to $300 for a flight to Vegas. You're paying close to $300 for a football ticket, and then you're paying close to $300 for a hotel stay, because you ain't going out there for one day. You going out there for the weekend, right? Yeah, and food, and that's not like maybe another 200. I heard a fan had to pay like he said for him and his kids, he had to pay like close to $2,000, like $2,000.
Yeah, bro. If you like us and we could eat, dog, that's like 500.
Facts, bro.
That's like
we need
500
money
on
for
myself.
food. The thing is, and don't get me wrong, that Raiders fan, me and Nate, we will go out there. It's not saying we won't go out there. We will go out there because at the end of the day, we love the Raiders. We will try to make it out there. But key word, we will try to make it out there. We would try to make it out there. And the thing is, when they were out here in Oakland, bro, me and Nate, we went to like almost 4 or 5 home games when they were out here in Oakland. Now that they're in Vegas, bro, we barely be lucky we could see one. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna touch on the. I don't know what Mark Davis is gonna do. I mean, from a business standpoint, can't be mad at him because you going to Vegas helps you business wise. From a fan standpoint, that you're getting mad about, that shit's on you for picking Vegas. Business wise, helps you out. You made the Raiders one of the probably wealthiest teams, I think, or what they're worth.
It's
the Raiders'
worth. Shoot,
You made them more worth. Their worth is more. The money for the Allegiant Stadium is going to come in because there's going to be a lot of concerts, a lot of college bowl games, a lot of events held at Allegiant Stadium. The money's going to come. But like I said, from a fan standpoint, how did you not see this coming?
Yeah.
And that Raiders fan hit it before we head out. being a bad team in Vegas is a nightmare scenario for the Raiders. And who's to say that, Raiders fan? That's why Mark Davis and Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler are like, we need to go get Tom Brady. Like, I know a lot of people are against it, but the thing is, people got to think about it. Like you say, being a bad team in Vegas is a nightmare scenario for Mark Davis. So he has to go get guys he knows can bring a winning culture to the Raiders right now. And who better than to go get the GOAT himself, Tom Brady?
That's bro. I feel like we're gonna be breaking records in terms of like money wise, because Brady and the Buccaneers are second, right behind us in wealth, and we're number one.
Damn.
Now you have Brett. Oh my!
Yeah, bro, our worth is up there because we're in Vegas.
Like this man, Mark Davis, is living the dream. Like next year.
Yeah, he is. Like I said, business wise, it was a great move. But fan base wise, and you expecting the fan base to go out there and see a 6-11 team, see a shit show of what it's been this season, bro, you are sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken.
We're
But with that,
literally
guys, we getting
calling on
close to
Jesus.
huh?
We're literally
Wait,
getting
what,
trying
Nate?
to get Brady, trying to get Brady in this situation is like literally calling on Jesus to like revamp like our mood and our mode right now. Like Vegas is just not. It's just not hitting different.
It's not, man. Yeah, but anyways, shout out to everyone that pulled up on your guys' way out. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If this is your first time rocking with Raiders Primos, join the Burica party. Also, spread the link around and we're trying to get goals to 500, guys. We're trying to get to 500 at least before the season starts next season. We're going to be grinding, giving you guys all the news, hopping on here when news drops of the Derek Carr situation, any free agent. This is super. Hey, we'll even talk about playoffs if you guys want. But hit that like button on the way out, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you guys can be notified. We love you guys. Guys, please stay safe. Out here, me and Nate are having some crazy weather with the storms. So
Y'all
guys,
stay
please
safe with
stay
the
safe
floods and
out there.
stuff.
And also prayers out to Damar Hamlin. He got released from the hospital. Great news that he's coming out the same. It's coming out normal. His brain isn't washed. So shout out to the medical professionals that really saved his life. I'm continuing praying for Damar Hamlin, and I mean, I hope I don't see him play another down really in his career, but I mean, we'll see. But always prayers, always love from our part. We love you guys. We love the nation, and we'll see you guys in the next show. Peace.
Peace.